Hi there, and welcome to the Big Irish Vlog of May 18th. We'll open up with, wow, my hair's floofy. You weren't kidding, honey. I asked her how my hair was. She said, it's kind of floofy. I was like, the heck with it. It's floofy. Floofy hair time! Con Event Reg. Holy wow. Just, whoa. Gone in 60 seconds, didn't even scratch the surface. I'm both amazed and distressed. The latter due to how many people wanted to play and couldn't get into a game. Yeah, so this is one of those situations where Gen Con has gotten too huge, perhaps, because, I mean, the system they've got to use, wow, I don't know, man, but like I said, a lot of people wanted to play, and so pay attention, because here's what I'm going to do. And this isn't even in the show description, and this isn't going to be anywhere else. So I'm going to warn people that they should watch and listen. If you're watching this, I'm telling you, if you're going to be at Gen Con and you did not get into an event, this is only for those who did not get into events. If you did not get into an event, you will want to watch my Twitter feed while at the show, because it will only be on my Twitter feed, which is at Sean Pat Fan. Easy to find me, Sean Patrick Fannin. Watch my Twitter feed. It's my first time ever doing anything Twittery like this, so it's a big deal. Watch my Twitter feed at the show. I will announce at least one location and time where I will run a pickup game for those who could not get into events. I will try to do more as best I can. I've got a lot going on at the show. They're mostly on business because I made it my life to do this stuff. But I will try to get at least one pickup game. It'll probably, at a minimum, I'll try to get one on Sunday because I don't actually have a game scheduled on Sunday. But I may not be able to if flight times and stuff end up being what they are, because I'm flying in and out from Denver this time around. But I will try to get at least one pickup game in somewhere at one location and time. I'll try to do more if I can, but at least one will happen. So there you go. Watch the Twitter feed. If you want to get in a pickup game, that's how it's going to work. Or, you know, you would find me on site and talk to me, and if I've got it worked out, you'll find out that way. But otherwise, watch the Twitter feed. Okay, new map. We've been working on earnest on the new map for Shaintar, which will incorporate all the user-created content. This means backers are going to see their kingdoms and their other contributions, and many GMs are also going to find their towns and stuff that they added to the map, because I just wanted to go all out and put all the cool stuff on the map. So you're going to get to see your stuff on the map. If you want to see a preview, link in the show note below, the working one, which is where I scribbled with paint, right, MS Paint all over an older iteration. So it looks like crap. When the original map looked wonderful, but what I've done to it looks like crap. But you can see borders starting to shape up. You can see your places if you look carefully, kind of thing. If you see a problem and if your thing should be and there's not, let me know. Okay. Campaign collaboration. Howard Brandon, one of the Ravens flock people, has really stepped up and started making this even more reality than it was before. If you're registered as a Grey Lantern on the forums, get in there and see what we mean. Campaigns are undergoing all kinds of awesome crossovers, direct crossovers. If you're running Shaintar and you're not a Grey Lantern, let us know. We'll get you hooked up. You got to be logged into the site itself with an ID. Give us your ID. We can make you a Grey Lantern. If legitimately you're running games and you want to start collaborating. I should point out that collaborations are extending across. I mean, today my friend Lee Ballou ran his Princes and Pirates game, which we've been playing for a while. We're all legends now. Most of us just hit legendary today. 102 experience points, and we've been playing for quite some time. But he ramped it up so that it is concurrent with the timeline. It is fully integrated as canonical story. So I got to deal with the storms. I just thought you guys would appreciate knowing that me, the guy who came up with the big Thundering Sky saga, we had to deal with it. I punched a cyclone. It was cool. I gave myself. It's a long story. Ask me sometime. It was pretty cool, though. I punched a cyclone right into spooky faces. All right, the big thing tonight that I want to talk about is Savage Praxis, the Savage Worlds edition. Now, the link below is to the Kickstarter, and I'll also, no, how about there? Yeah, let's put it right there. I'll try to put the link up in there, because I think we can still link to Kickstarters from YouTube. I hope so. So anyway, Mike McConnell did something really freaking cool. The man is like a weird, mad savant genius when it comes to transhumanism science fiction. I'm duly impressed and a little intimidated because as I delved further into this project, it really kind of blew my mind. There's just so much there, and it's so well thought out. There's a reason why Nova Praxis remains in the Hot 100 list and has been for a very long time on Drive-Thru RPG and RPG Now. It's a fantastically well done book. It is originally done in Fate, but he really wanted to see a Savage Worlds edition. He's a big fan, enjoys Savage Worlds, thinks the fan base is really cool, and he asked me to come in as his Savager. So I am doing we're calling it Savage Praxis, but I mean it's Nova Praxis Savage Worlds edition, but it's Savage Praxis. And we're having fun with that. I mean, we really are. I'm learning a lot about transhumanism, posthumanism, science fiction concepts there. I'm really getting involved in this kind of stuff because he has a very deep, very amazing vision. But at the same time, he really wants it to be a fun, playable experience, not just esoteric sci-fi, but really hardcore, get in there and kick some butt and have fun with the fact that, well, basically, if you apotheosize yourself, you can download yourself into whatever kind of battle machine or cool stealth machine or whatever it is you want to be. And if you're going to go hang out in the mesh for a while, which is basically the web, but more, and live in virtual realities of who knows what, and impose those virtual realities on it's depth and levels and depth. It's like Matrix and then some crazy in terms of what is real and what isn't. So, yeah, this is what I'm trying to savage. And it's wild. And I mean, I'll be completely honest here. It's my big confession. I was like, oh, sure, yeah, no problem. I savage stuff all the time. I consult with people savaging and everything. And she'll tell you. I got into this thing further, and I'm like, oh, gods, what have I done? I was freaked out. I was like, this is not going to be easy. And that's not a bad thing, right? But the trick is going to be to take the more esoteric and the kind of balls in the air, like to say, thing with Fate, which is a really cool system of its own volition. I'd really like to play Fate, by the way, sometime. If somebody wants to run a Fate game for me, I want to play. But I don't. Savage Worlds is a different game. It's much crunchier. It's much more, pick up the dice, that specific thing, roll those dice.
So weird to hear Savage Worlds called crunchy.
Oh, Savage Worlds is crunchy. It's just,
It's just not fiddly.
Yeah, it's not as fiddly. But anyway, we're getting into some glossary things here. But, as I was saying, as I described basically in the section, one of the early sections I've written, if you look at, and I'm paraphrasing here because I'm not going to go look it up, but Fate is basically the really hard SF, very narrative, immersion into the concepts kinds of things, where the Savage Worlds version is going to be more sci-fi as action cinema event, but, well thought out action cinema, like, well written with good sci-fi added to it. But to make it really work, I'm having to do some seriously reinterpretations of things. And Mike and I have been meeting at least once every 2 weeks, if not more. Because, as it turns out, Mike McConnell lives in Huntsville, which is where we're living. So at least for the next a little bit, he and I have been able to meet regularly. So we've had a lot of face-to-face time, often at Ruby Tuesdays. Thank you, Ruby Tuesdays, for good food. So we've been having a good time with that and all. And even as I get moved, but this week, as a matter of fact, I'm going to be working on trying to pull together a playtest doc that gets some basic crunchy ideas and stuff, and there's some guys who are going to run some stuff at Origins. I'm trying to get something in their hands that they can play with. It's going to be very rough, right? Nowhere near final. It's going to be very pre-alpha stuff, but that's my focus for the week. So I really want to point you at this. If you would like to see what savage transhumanism science fiction really can look like, I mean, far-flung, this is way past cyberpunk or anything else. This is real hard SF with a real exploration of what it means to be able to change who you are at will or at need through transfer of consciousness. Or if you want to face the challenge of being a pure human or even a modified, like cyber arm, whatever, but you're still head in the meat, it was where the brain is kind of stuff. You want to face that challenge and see what it's like to live like that. That's what this book is going to be. And it's going to be really interesting. And like I said, challenge for me to write and to develop the rules for, in addition, to make them consistent with the really amazing stuff that Mike came up with. Breathtaking, I think, to play is what it's going to be for everyone involved. So I'm really looking forward to getting these in y'all's hands. So there's that. I wanted to point you at it. And yes, of course, I'd really appreciate your support of the Kickstarter. This is not only because it's going to be a great product, but also it's going to help. I'm the lead guy doing the work, so if you support the Kickstarter, you are supporting me. You're supporting us. Uh, it's money on the table and kibble for the dog. And at the same time, it's helping support me creating something really cool for the Savage Worlds community. So anyway, that's what I wanted to share with you. I wanted to make a big thing about that and get everybody's pointing at it. So again, check out the show notes, and I think I'm going to stick it here somewhere again. So thank you. That's it. That's what I got tonight. Remember, if you're going to Gen Con and you didn't get into one of my games, watch the Twitter feed at the show. Peace out.